Hey guys, I'm Elliott. This is Everything Elliott, and today it's a beautiful day outside. It's about 30 degrees and I'm in a sweatshirt. It honestly feels like summer for what we've been dealing with. And I'm gonna seize the opportunity today to take care of some of the ice dams on my house. Now, if you don't know what an ice dam is, basically you have some sort of heat loss through your roof, which I have an older house with poor insulation and we lose a lot of heat through our roof. I just put a new roof on my house this fall and I want to try to save it or mitigate damage. That's a good way to put it. Basically what happens is on the gutter line you can see all the icicles, you can see ice build up. And what's happening then as this snow melts, that water comes down and it hits that ice dam. It stops the water and kind of forces the water up the shingle. And then when it refreezes, what happens is it can push that shingle up, therefore damaging your roof. So let's go take a look at these things. So that's a pretty good idea of what they are. The ice is, well, over there, it's probably about 8 inches thick, which is really not ideal. And then coming over here, we've got another small one. Ice is probably only 6, 7 inches over here. Not as much in that corner. This corner really isn't that bad. We'll hit it, but I don't know if we'll need to really concentrate on it. And then this corner needs to be addressed as well. Now, I have heat tape up there, but the heat tape can only do so much. It seems to melt the area that it's in. Big truck, big wheels. It melts the area that it's in, but then sometimes ice forms over top, which I have a feeling we're gonna find a lot of that out here. Oop, looks like my hose is unfrozen. That's gonna be an important part of the plan today because the way that we're gonna get rid of these is the power washer. I think that's gonna be our best opportunity. Now, you can mitigate these by just clearing the snow off your roof every single time it snows, but where I'm at, that is virtually impossible. I guess if you didn't have a job and could do it every day, it'd be possible, but let's go get the power washer out and we'll get to work. So if you don't know what this is a hot water pressure washer. Basically, it's your run-of-the-mill pressure washer, but this half of it is the magic. So this has got a diesel burner inside of it, and it heats the water. There's a bunch of coils in here. As the water runs through, it's getting heating by that diesel burner, and basically heats the temp to whatever you want to. I believe up to like 220 degrees, which is essentially steam because water boils at 212 degrees. This is what we're going to use today. It is like 3,500 PSI. I don't want to use that on the roof because I don't want to ruin my shingles. So I'm going to bring a couple different tips with me. I've got the soap tip here, which probably is what we're going to end up using. I'm just going to bring them all. I'll put them in my pocket. And I think the best thing for us to do is to get on the roof. I originally thought about just kind of pointing the wand up there and letting the water fall onto it at 200 degrees, but I think we're gonna have better direct action if we're up on the roof. All right, we got our ear protection on. Let's get some hose out. Probably gonna need all of it. Let's get this hooked up. Let's get the water on. I think we're just gonna go ahead and put this soap tip right in right now. I think that's gonna be our best bet. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to fire up here. Fuel on, choke on. Alright, I don't love climbing ladders holding stuff, but let's see what happens here. I'm gonna put my gloves on. Why am I carrying them? Wasting a hand. Let's try this. Alright. We're up on the roof. We made it. The hose is going to fight me the entire way, I guarantee it. Now we just got to wait for the hot water. Why is the burner not turning on? Maybe it isn't, I just can't see it. All right, well, while the water's warming up, let's get rid of some of this snow. Tell you what, it is mighty slippery up here. Okay, let's not do that. Why is the burner not turning on? Let's try a different tip here. Hold on. Let's see what this does for us. Oh, now the burner turned on. All right, so it must have been the tip. Just wasn't allowing enough water pressure through. Because the burner is ripping now. Good to know. Very good to know. I'm glad I put, I mean, I'm soaking wet, but I'm glad I put sunglasses on. Because boy, oh boy, did I get wet here. Don't lose that, Elliott. All right, it's working good. We're just gonna chunk it up like that. It's working really well. Should have brought a shovel or something with me. sure all these cameras are all really wet. That's right though, we're doing our best. Still connected to the gutter. First gutter is pretty much done. We got that big ice gone, and you know, the water's got somewhere to go now. I probably could like kick all this stuff off. Maybe not. And I don't want to use a metal shovel up here, because that's not good for it. All right, this gutter's officially opened up on this side. Oh yeah, it's draining now. All right, gutter's draining. We're done here. This stuff will melt. It's supposed to be like 40 degrees the next couple days. So we're in pretty good shape. Let's move on to the next roof. I don't know which way is better. Probably the way I already got it cut. What am I stuck on now? So this seems to be working really well. You can just see the cuts that it's making. It's pretty impressive how deep they're going way down there. So we're getting all the way to the, oh, that's exactly what we want to see. Let's see if we can get another one. Just like that. End of this is probably not supposed to be used as a pry tool. Would not recommend that, but it's working here. All right, let's see if we can get some of this bigger stuff taken care of here. Still stuck. All right, so we got a good portion of this roof cleaned off. Obviously the ice keeps coming up, but we're giving it somewhere to go now, which is the idea behind clearing ice dams. Got to give the water somewhere to go. But we do have to get, we got to get in this corner a little bit. We'll probably go up a couple feet and get all that cleaned up. Maybe up to like here. If you're wondering, just getting the hot water in this gap here, it's going to make a huge difference on getting everything out. All right, so what I've done here is I've created a spot for the water to run. You can see it all running there. That's exactly what you want. You want the water to have a place to be able to go and get down to the gutter. So That is super ideal. We're gonna leave that like that, and as this water runs, it's going to, you know, create a wider and wider and wider gap. So I guess this does work. We are going to hit that gutter a little bit because the gutter's still a little frozen, and just make sure the end of it over there is clean for us to let the water out of the gutter. Now that water's got a place to go. If you're wondering, I am soaked. Yeah, this is not ideal. You know what I wish I could have done is just like unhook this hose and just, you know, let the hot water come out of the hose at a low pressure. That way it would just melt it. I'm going to create a couple lines up here. That way the water that's stuck up here will have a place to go as well. I think that makes sense. Get this set right. Do a couple more. Yeah, I am not a professional. I don't claim to be one. But this is definitely the right move. Putting these horizontal or vertical, whatever you want to call them, lines in. That is the move for sure. That's it for sure. I am soaked to the bones. There is water inside my boots. And this camera is wet again. I haven't mastered how to film power washing yet. I don't know how those power washing channels do it, but that is the move right there. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? That is the way to do it for sure. All right, well, I'm gonna go over and tackle this area. You can see my heat tape right here, working well down there. That's fantastic. We're just gonna hit this corner right here, lay some water down it. Those ones aren't that bad, so we'll just put some hot water down the corners and let it eat. I honestly don't even know if this is necessary because there's such a big gap there as it is from the heat tape. Yeah, we're not going to bother with this. Like, this is what I wanted to do. Like this. But it's not enough to turn on the It's not enough to turn on the boiler, which we could do this for now because I do need to cool down the boiler. So this is a great way to cool down the boiler. But look at all that hot water. You can see it smoking coming out. All right, cool to the touch. That's what you want before you let this thing turn off, I guess you could say. So let's get down off the roof. I want this to fall somewhere nice. That'll work. Turn the burner off because we don't need that. Turn the key off, don't need that. Let's turn the hose water off. And if you're wondering, these are by far the best gloves ever. Insulated and everything. I'll put a link down in the description if you need a pair of nice winter gloves. Waterproof. They use them on like the tugboats and stuff. That's where I saw them. But yeah, completely waterproof, so I can do all this without my hands getting wet, and they stay warm, which is ideal. Super important to drain your power washer. Well, I'm sure this video is getting really long, but it works super well. I'm very happy with it. The water has a place to go now instead of up and under my shingles. I probably should do better at getting the snow off my roof, but I just don't have the time, and I don't think you guys fully understand how wet I am. I mean, I am soaked to the bone. Like, I bet you. No water coming out of there? Well, my foot's soaked. But I have really nice socks on, so they're still warm. I really thought some water was gonna pour out of there. I can feel it in the boot. It must just be soaked up by the material. Yeah, that's it. I need to go inside and get warm. My legs are frozen. And I'll clean this up after I get warmed up. Probably after dinner time or something. It worked super well. Let me take these. Yeah, everything is frozen. Look at that. Everything's starting to get really cold and frozen. Must be dropping in temperature. If you guys are interested more about Hotsy, let me know. They're actually one of my sponsors. And I use this thing all the time. Not so much in winter, but in the summertime I use it all the time. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully the next video is a little less wet and a little more warm. Until then, hope you guys have a great day.